What's going on, guys? It's Camilo with 10 Come by DEOR, and today I am accompanied by Cesar and Lalo 26 Graphics. Today we will be introducing the team and talking about our roles here at DEOR. Lalo, basically I know that you help us, you work alongside with us, help us do our merch and any other type of designing we do. Why don't you tell the people what else Lalo does outside of helping DEOR out?
Yeah, so I own a print shop. It's called 26 Graphics, and we do literally everything that has to do with printing. So anything that you can imagine, we can pretty much print it, and if we can't, we'll figure it out and we'll print it. Along with that, lately, like we did in the podcast, the previous podcast, I've been doing a lot of paintings because I'm an artist as well. So I wasn't born with this talent, but I learned how to paint at a very young age. And now I'm using it to try to expose my company and myself by giving, I would say, people with influence paintings, because it's not just fighters. Like we gave a power slapper, and we're going to give a couple of them more paintings. So that's what I've been trying to push, along with, like, obviously making the best merch in the game. The highest quality, best designs out there. I feel sorry for my competition because they could try, but, they'll never get here.
That's amazing. We're super excited. I mean, this kid has a bunch of talent. I mean, just look at our wall. I mean, this is something that he actually, he got very creative. I pretty much told him, like, hey, make this wall look good, and this is what he came up with. I think it's super awesome. But other than that, I mean, he's the guy to go to for anything that you guys need. I mean, look at the hats. I mean, they're amazing. By the way, the hats are signed by Isaiah Quiñones. We just had a podcast with him, which we're going to be dropping next week. So stay tuned. It's going to be super, super awesome. We got a lot of cool content, and I mean, it's super fun. And he got to tell us a few things, when it comes to his life, and obviously power slapping and tattoos and what do they mean for him. So, stay tuned. That podcast is going to be amazing. But coming back to Lalo, I mean, love working with him. He gets pretty much very creative. All I need to do is just tell him, hey, Lalo, I want this. And for the most part, he kind of understands where I'm coming from. And not only does he meet my expectations, but, man, he goes far and beyond. And that's something that I'm very blessed with, to have him part of the DEOR team. It's a game changer. Not only that, but we're super, super excited to announce that, we have a new team, two team members, and they're part of our production, and they're the ones that are behind cameras, Natalie and Daniel. So they're amazing people. I can't wait for them to just get our social media going and just making it better than what it is. And then I'm super excited to just start this new chapter with them, and I'm like grateful, and God's timing is perfect. So that's all I can say about that. So guys, if you guys can say hi, that would be amazing. Yeah, come on down. Come on down.
Scoot over. Do I need to scoot over?
There we go.
Is the homies. Oh, dude, you're out of frame, dude.
I'm good.
All right.
No, you got to come in more.
There you go.
There you go. Let's go, dude. You look like you're sitting on my lap, dude.
Super blessed to have them on the team, part of the family. I mean, I'm just so grateful for them in this short amount of time. I mean, they just, far exceeded my expectations. And I do want to pass the mic right along to them, and they're just gonna go ahead and say something really quick about them. And they've been doing this for a while, so amazing at what they do, and I'm really happy once again to have them part of the team. So we'll start with Natalie.
Hi guys, my name is Natalie, and I am part of the DEOR team now recently. And yeah, I couldn't be any more excited. We've been at this for a very long time, so we definitely have our foot in. But yeah, it's a great experience to be with DEOR. I'm really excited for all the amazing content that's going to be coming out soon, and just stay tuned overall.
Awesome, amazing. Danielito.
Hello guys. Hello guys. My name is Daniel. I'm part of the DEOR team. I want to thank Cesar and his whole crew for giving me the opportunity to be here. My job is part to edit everything behind the scenes. My job is to make the best quality for DEOR, so it looks like a top quality, which is a top quality brand. I'm sorry, make it look what it is. Other than that, yeah, I'm Daniel. If you guys ever need anything, I'm here for you guys. Sorry.
Amazing. I mean, these guys are awesome. I couldn't be more proud to have the team that I have. Once again, I'm super blessed. And we're gonna, dive into, what's a day like with Camilo, with Lalo, with Cesar. I mean, it's gonna go ahead and actually be very, very interesting because I know Camilo has a lot of stories. Lalo has a lot of stories. Sometimes, I come in and I find them in the lab hugging each other. I don't ask.
Es de compas.
No pregunto, mi gente. Yo nomás entro, agarro lo que tengo que agarrar y están ahí ellos ahí jugando. Entonces yo me salgo de inmediato.
Hey, but to be honest, it does get pretty cold in here. And so,
that's the reason why.
we have to get acclimated in here,
Bueno, si ellos dicen eso, pues allá ellos, ¿verdad? Pero no, estamos súper orgullosos. Sé que hay mucha de nuestra audiencia que es latina, mexicana y realmente queremos también dejarles saber quiénes somos nosotros, por qué estamos aquí, cuál es el propósito de estar aquí. Y uno de ellos es más que nada, pues, hacer algo tan importante como piezas bucales, pero no nomás es eso, ¿no? Es algo más allá. Es algo de crear relaciones con todos nuestros peleadores, con todos los atletas, con todas las personas a quien atendemos. Es algo impresionante para nosotros estar con esas celebridades o esas personas y que ellos nos den la oportunidad de nosotros hacerles sus piezas bucales. Para nosotros es emocionante y cada vez que agarramos un boxeador nuevo, para nosotros es lo máximo, ¿verdad? ¿Por qué? Porque queremos dar lo mejor de nosotros, lo mejor de nuestro trabajo. Entonces, Camilo les va a dar un poquito más of an insight of how he starts the Mouthpieces. As a matter of fact, I want him to talk to you guys about, like, what was it like to take his first impression and how nervous was he? Nowadays, I mean, he takes impressions left and right, which I'm so proud of him because he's come a long ways, and for me to see that, it's just amazing. Es algo que yo les puedo decir que me encanta ver a la persona que realmente ama lo que hace y se realiza en su trabajo. Y creo que el equipo que tenemos, eso refleja quién es DEOR, quién es Dental Experts of Riverside. Como desde Natalie, que tenemos a Natalie, que ella incluso está haciendo y tomando fotos y el video, Camilo haciendo las piezas, Lalo haciendo todo lo que realmente ustedes ven que nosotros traemos puesto, desde Daniel editando. Es un equipo excepcional y es por eso que estamos haciendo este podcast, porque queremos que ustedes, la audiencia, sepa realmente qué es lo que hacemos día con día. Así es de que dejo de hablar, le paso el micrófono a Camilo y que les explique cómo fue su reacción cuando le tomó una impresión, digamos, a un Benavides, a un Andy Ruiz, a un Lazy Boy. Tantos peleadores, ¿verdad? Y no nomás ellos, pero también hay niños que admiran a tantos peleadores y creo que sus primeras impresiones no fueron en peleadores grandes, sino que fueron en niños y pues en realidad todos los peleadores, todos son importantísimos para nosotros. Entonces le paso el micrófono a Camilo.
All right. Pues ya todos me conocen. Yo soy Camilo. Basically, I'm the face of DEOR. You guys are the ones I'm the one you guys see at every gym when I go either deliver mouthpieces or to take the impressions. Y como dijo Cesar, but off the top of my head, I do want to thank him for giving me the opportunity of being basically coming in to join him into this team, not knowing nothing in regards to how to create even a mouthpiece. Had the patience to train me to get to where I'm at this point. I'm still not an expert. I still question him, but other than that, I do thank him for that. And the very first impression, I remember he said we were going to go to a gym together. Y al último minuto, he's like, hey, I can't accompany you, so you got this? Call me if you have any questions. Of course, first impression, without my sensei tagging along with me, I was nervous as hell. Pero, and para acabarla de joder, era braces.
Yeah.
An impression with braces. I do apologize to the young lady. It was my first time taking an impression with alginate. It's a different material we use, and I did make a mess, but she was patient with me. I explained it to her. She was patient with me. It was scary, pero I got it done. Didn't look perfect, but when he said basically we had to do it, I was like, okay. It was a 1,000 pounds off my shoulders. Pero like I said, I'm the one that you guys see at the gyms, taking your impression and delivering your mouthpieces. And basically, that's what I'm about here at DEOR. I am the face. I go to the gym. I'll take your impression, come back, bring it back over here to the other team members, and put it in the system, get your mold created, and then the next steps are my steps. And I'm the one that gets creative, which you're going to love your mouthpiece, or you're going to hide it and just smile at me and say you love it. So regardless, I appreciate it. All the feedback I've been getting back on the mouthpieces, I've been messing with not only my mouthpiece, but like everything I learned off my pieces, I try to add them onto yours. So there's no discomfort at all, and you guys are just focused 100% on your fight.
There we go. That's
How many
what we wanna hear.
mouthpieces do you think you've done? You.
Me?
Good ones.
Good ones? All of them, brother. No, I'm gonna say the one I really loved and enjoyed. I love creating and getting creative with all of them, but the one that I really enjoyed doing from beginning to end, Cesar knows, was this recent one we did for Mr. David Benavides. I told him I wanted to do it. Basically, we had to report his mold and started it from beginning to end, from A to Z. And just to hear that positive feedback from Mr. Benavides himself was just like, just watching it on TV, watching his dad, Mr. Jose Benavides, pop it out of his mouth, and just right there on camera on national TV, it was just like, damn, I made that.
There we
So
go.
I took pride of that.
There we go. There we go. And behind that, I mean, we have the man itself, which is Lalo, and he's the one that we go to for, you know, things that, you know, DEOR doesn't have or can do at the lab. And, you know, we always, you know, calling him, hey, Lalo, can you do this? Can you do that? Tell us your experience with DEOR and how we bug you and how,
Dude, it sucks. I'm not going to lie. I'm currently, no, I'm just kidding. It's cool. I'm used to having stuff, or I'm used to people wanting stuff next day or next hour or next 30 minutes. But so it's cool though. Like I like seeing how like an idea is sent to me, and then I come back with like the graphics, and then I don't get to see the piece until it's like fully done. And so it's a really cool experience, especially when we go and deliver. Like it's really, really cool seeing how, like, you know, literally just a simple graphic can look insane in a mouth once the mouthpiece is like complete, you know, and they're popping it in there.
Now, mind you, every time Lalo accompanies us, and you know, we're super grateful for that. But you know, I always see him go that extra mile and say, you know what, I'm gonna make a gift for such and such person. And then, like, let's just say, you know, let's just talk about Benavides because it was something that it was recent. He gave him a shirt, and tell us the meaning of that shirt, and what were you thinking while you were making the shirt? What were your thoughts after you saw Benavides with this training with your shirt? It just, you know, pretty much just guide us through those emotions since you start making the shirt all the way to you see the fighter wearing your shirt. What goes through your mind and to create these awesome shirts, because they're one of a kind. I mean, it's not like you get it from the internet and you copy it. I mean, every time I see you drawing, it's like, to me, it's mind blowing because I don't think I can ever draw like that, right? Even if I started right now, and I mean, it's this, you've been doing this for years, but I don't think I would ever be that good. And just you seeing you drawing there and making things like so awesome, like where do you get your ideas from? What do you think of when you're gonna create something, and like where do you get your inspiration from?
I'm just amazing, dude. No, so
Okay. Bájale
Sinceramente.
poquito. See,
No,
that's
no,
why
no.
I don't like to give compliments to these guys porque se les sube luego y luego. Por eso.
No. So it's something funny about the Benavides. I've been wanting to do this shirt. I've had this on the back of my mind so for I would say like over a year of this shirt. And so I'm always thinking of like, oh, I'm gonna make this shirt, or I'm gonna design this shirt for 26 graphics, or this sweater. And there's always like a design sitting there, you know. And this one that I made that I gave to Benavides was there for like probably a year, but I don't know, something wasn't telling me to like, oh, go ahead and make it. Like I did like 3 different ones before this one, but that one was part of like the whole brainstorming ideas of creating something. And so I was like, I don't know when I'm gonna do it, but the right time's gonna come, and the right time's gonna come. And I've been like, oh, dude, I gotta make that warrior. Like I have to put it, but I was like, I don't know, it's not there yet. Like I don't know how I'm gonna do it. I don't know what I'm gonna do. And then when we were working on Benavides' mouthpiece, I was watching the whole conferences and all that stuff before the fight, and I remember how what's his name, David, his opponent, what was his name? Morel, yeah, how he was telling him like, you're not Mexican, and no Mexico, and Mexico this, Mexico that. And I was like, something clicked in my head, and I was like, it's time, like this is it, I have to make it. And so I wanted to do the God of War, the Aztec God of War, but I had already given him a painting with that. And so I was like, I need to do something else. And I was like, well, he's a warrior, right? When he goes up there, that's what he does. And so I took one of the most elite warriors that the Aztecs had, which was the Jaguar. And so I was like, this is it. Like it has to, like I have to give it to him. And so then literally I just started, like that's exactly how my idea came. And then I just started drawing from there, like posing. Sometimes I'll pose myself and then I'll draw out, or research, like for the sword I had to research, and then I made my own because I don't like to just grab one and then copy it. So I made like my own version of that sword.
Tell us about that sword. How powerful is that sword?
Dude, those swords were insane. I don't remember exactly what wood they were made out of, but they were so strong and so sharp that they could cut a body like in half. Jeez. With one blow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Can you just imagine living back in those days? And just
it was insane, dude. Like those, or at least that's what the historians say, that's how sharp they were. And that stone, it's still around till this day. And then if you hit it and a piece breaks off, it's super sharp. People still use it for knives and stuff like that. Obviously not like, all everyday knives, but yeah, you could use them. And so I wanted that to be part of the shirt, because I feel like in our culture that was something huge, because they made it in Mexico, like that's what they use to defend themselves and all that stuff. And so I was like, it has to be part of it, even though some people made fun of it, that they had no idea what it was about.
No, and it's amazing. I mean, like I was telling you, but I know that you've made for more fighters and stuff like that, and it amazes me that Chávez Jr. también, me acuerdo que cuando fuimos allá, he pulled you to the side, te dijo, hey, I would want you to be the one that starts my new merch, and aquí en los Estados Unidos.
Yeah.
Did you ever think o algún día pensaste que ibas a trabajar de cerca con un hombre tan grande como es
Look,
Chávez.
this is gonna sound very cocky, but I always knew I was gonna do big things. Always, all my life.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with being confident. You know?
Yeah, like,
I mean,
I'm-
cocky is one thing, but confidence is it's a different.
I'm
thing,
both.
so.
That's the thing.
Yeah, but cocky is more like you're talking highly about you and your work
Yeah.
doesn't represent what you're talking about.
Exactly.
Okay, yeah, then I'm a badass.
You bad mother.
But I always thought I was like destined, I guess, to do something great. I didn't know what. And so me working with all these like fighters and being able to be so close to them, it just kind of like adds to like, oh dude, yeah, I'm on the right track. Like I'm getting there. So like this May, I'm gonna be famous. Yeah, I don't know if you guys know, but dude, I am gonna be famous on May because it's May.
Oh.
And I'll be famous, dude. That's why. That's what's happening in May. I'm getting famous. And so,
Stay tuned and see.
exactly.
No, and honestly, like I love this guy's confidence because, I've worked with him, and it's insane. Like we were at this event and this guy sold the paint for almost $3,000, and he just painted it right there, and it's just it's amazing. He does these paintings, and to me, it's like. En veces yo le digo, like, dude, like, your paintings are so awesome, y las das bien baratas, because, I mean, and I kid you not, there's people que le llegan, hey, how much to get that paint out of your hands right now?
Yeah.
Entonces, y se la llevan, o sea, es algo increíble. Pero volviendo porque, y la razón por que traje las pinturas es porque también le hiciste una pintura a Chávez y le estás haciendo una...
Senior too, ¿no?
Ajá, entonces...
Yeah, I'm working on seniors, yeah.
A lo que
Oh, no,
voy
I
es
did it.
¿de dónde agarras tanta creatividad para entregarle una pintura a una persona que es súper reconocida, que les han regalado tantas pinturas,
Yeah.
¿verdad? Y escuchar que te dicen, oye, esta pintura es única, está bien bonita. What do you feel?
It feels really good, I'm not gonna lie. Because many times when I was starting to paint, people would be like, oh, dude, you suck. Like, you need to stop doing it.
Like bullying.
Don't do it. Yeah. But, I was always
Is
like...
that why you sometimes cry at night?
Probably, dude. If not, like in the evenings, once the sun's going down, I just... Tears start
Shed a
falling.
tear.
Yeah, I just shed a tear every now and then. For the haters, and then I go like this.
I was allowed.
No, but it feels good, dude. It feels good. Obviously now I know where my level of a skill is, and so I'm always trying to get better, right? I never do a painting and I'm like, oh dude, they're gonna freaking love it, like they know what's up, like I am the best.
Right.
Like I was like, man, I hope he likes it. And I was nervous to give it to him because I was like, what if somebody already gave him another one and it's better? And what if somebody did this? Or what if he did that? What if he doesn't like it? What if he's just like I said?
So in that confidence and cockiness, there's still a little
Oh
bit of
yeah, dude. No, absolutely.
insecurity.
I don't call it insecurity because it doesn't stop me from anything.
Uh-huh.
But I feel like humbleness. I try to like keep myself humble, knowing that even though I am amazing at what I do,
There's still some.
I'm still not the best, and there's always room for improvement. And so me being in this field, that's what you need to have, because no matter what design, how great it is, you can always improve it. No matter, you could say like, oh, this design is done. Tomorrow you could switch it and make it better. Same thing with paintings. You could be done with a painting and be like, it's done, it's amazing, it's perfect. And then you go to sleep. The next day you're like, oh, it's missing this and it's missing this. It's like a never ending thing, So when you are like, I'm the best in whatever I do, that's what it is. Like, it'll be done and it'll be amazing. I feel like that's when a lot of artists lose.
So you said that you felt nervous handing the painting over to Isaiah today. But what about like when you did the one for Benavides? When he basically took that second look, like, oh wow, ew.
Yeah, I was very nervous. I'm not gonna lie, especially because when I gave it to him, there was like 6 cameras, and they all just turned to me and him, and everybody that was around him just kind of like went away, and then next thing I know, it's just me and him and like 6 different cameras just looking at us.
Yeah.
And I was trying to remember, or I was gonna explain to him what the painting
The
meant.
meaning of the painting.
Yeah, and then I see everything, and I'm just blank, and I was like, and then I was like, okay, get back to it, and then I just explained to him, and it was a really cool experience because I try to give it meaning. I didn't want it to just be like it's a portrait of him and that's it. Like I wanted things in there that meant something to him, or that I thought that I would think that it would mean something to him, you know, and that he will find like interesting, you know. So that's another thing that I try with all the paintings. Like maybe yes, there are painters that are like hyper realistic and their things are amazing and you see them and it looks like a picture, but I feel like behind that, if your painting looks really good but it has no meaning, is, you know, like you could just print it out and print out a picture and put it anywhere.
Now I know what it means when you actually put these things in the painting, but for our audience, can you explain to them, like, when you actually put like the breaking crystals and all that, what's the meaning on those paintings? I know personally because you've told me,
Yeah.
but share it with them so they can know, because
Okay.
that defines you. Sorry to cut you off,
Yeah.
but that defines you as an artist, and I think that that's something that you actually incorporate in every single piece that you make, whether it's for Benavides, a Chavez, a Lazy Boy. O sea, you incorporate it in every single. So that's kind of like your trademark. So explain to them what does that mean and what is it?
So it's my style, right? And it started. So every artist, you know, some of them get it very early on. Some of them take a very long time to find your style. And the style is not just not the way you paint, but also things that you add to it. So every artist on their paintings, they create this world, and that's where their paintings live, right? Like every painting, it's like a little snapshot of your world, right? So in my world, the triangles, they represent technology. And so when I was painting, I used to paint a lot of birds. It came natural to me. I liked them. I've always been into birds. I like flying things and all that stuff. And so when I was painting all these birds, I was like, okay, but what's my world gonna be? And so the triangles represent technology and how nowadays everybody has a phone, everybody has a smartwatch, everybody has like the smart glasses. Like technology is part of you so much so that you can't live without it. Like if you don't know where your phone is, you freak out. Oh my God, where's my phone?
Yeah.
You know, and so I feel like in hopefully not a near future, we're gonna start adding this technology into animals, right? And this is what's remaining of our technology. A while ago, I used to not paint humans at all, nothing, because they were gone. And so these triangles were caging all these birds, because birds are like the most freeing animal in the world. They defeat gravity and all that stuff. And so it's like kind of like caging them, right? And then the little wiggles, I guess, or the little, I've heard people say like they're like oil splatters or whatever. It's just they're supposed to be particles in just what's left of our world. So if you see all my paintings have like a gradient of just
like
random
drops on them, or
yeah. It's just like imagine you get taken out of here, and then this turns into particles, and so it would be just like liquid particles, you know. And that would be like the snap of whatever snap is in my world of you, you know. And so that's yeah. So they're just like particles. I used to make all these like intricate flowers too.
That's awesome. Now, what's the most expensive? Because I mean, I've seen people pay up to $2,000-3,000 like right there before you even finish the portrait. What's the most expensive one that you sold so far?
I sold a big octopus. It was a big painting. It was $10,000.
There we go.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah, I shipped it out, and Yeah, the lady, I didn't even know who she is, but no, she used to follow me on Instagram.
So it was like more like a.
Yeah, and then she was like, "Hey, I love this painting.
I
How much
want
do
it."
you want?" And then I didn't want her to sell it, and she was like, "Just name a price, name a price." She kept bugging me about it, and I was just like, "Whatever." I just threw it out there, and I was like, "She's not gonna."
$10,000.
And then she went for it.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
so she was like, "Yeah,
It's one of a kind.
send it to me." Yeah.
Have you done like replicas or is that
No,
just one
that's
of a
the
kind?
only one
So
that
one
I've
of
done.
one.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So guys, we do have shirts that that Dior purchased from Lalo that we're gonna actually be giving away in our giveaway. And one of those shirts. I'm sorry. It's Chavez Jr. It's an amazing shirt. So we're gonna go ahead and give you all the details on how to win that shirt as well with the hats. But I think we have a few shirts that we're gonna go ahead and actually give away from obviously Lalo the artist. And I mean they're awesome, and I think whoever wins them, I mean there were how many did you make? Like about 50,
Dude, it was
30?
yeah,
I don't
it
remember.
was just a limited run. It was 50 shirts.
50 shirts,
And
then
then
they
that
all
was
sold
it.
out, and I'm
Yeah.
the one. So out of all those 50, I think I got them like 5 or 6 because I wanted to go ahead and give away. So we're gonna go ahead and let you guys know how to actually win those shirts. So stay tuned. Moving on to Natalie and Daniel. If you guys can, they're like díganos un poquito, ¿no? Aparte de que ya sabemos que también han estado con artistas muy famosos como los Tucanes de Tijuana. Una canción que me gusta, La Chona. Todos han bailado. Entonces, de hecho, pues ellos estuvieron detrás de cámaras en los conciertos con los Tucanes de Tijuana. En mis tiempos, cuando yo era artista y tocaba, de hecho, llegué a tocar varias entradas con ellos. Tengo, de hecho, fotos cuando estamos tomando, ¿no? Y también, cuando tenían al acordeonero, no me acuerdo cómo se llamaba, ¿no? Entonces, back in my day when I used to be a musician.
If you guys haven't heard him, he can sing and he can play instruments.
So it's one of those things where I that's how I pay for most of my schooling. Bless that my dad taught me how to play music, and I always took music, and I love music, and I always took music as a second career, and that's how I was able to go ahead and get by. Pero it's not about me. So entonces ellos han estado detrás de cámaras con ellos y con muchos otros artistas, me imagino, no nomás con ellos, y ahora tenemos el privilegio de que ellos sean parte de Dior y que trabajen a un lado de nosotros, y la producción que nos han dado hasta ahorita es increíble. Así es de que dinos un poquito de dónde viene. Igual, where do you guys get your inspiration from? Like, where do you guys get all these creative ideas? I mean, because these ideas that you guys have, I mean, they're amazing. And honestly, just the videos that you guys have done for us in this short period of time, I mean, it just wows me. And I'm excited to see the next video. Yeah. And that's something that I love feeling. I love that feeling of like, man, I can't wait for the next video. I want to see how maybe they're going to top the next one. And like, that's something that I'm looking forward to. Tell me where the inspiration comes from. Tell me how you guys got into this, and you can tell when somebody loves what they're doing, and you guys when it's true passion, So tell me, where did it come from? Like, how did you guys, just fall in love with what you guys do?
So me as a kid, I didn't know, but I always had a camera. My mom always bought me, but it wasn't like he's gonna be a videographer. It was just like, here's a camera.
Like for fun.
Yeah,
like
she found it, I think, somewhere at a store. She gave it to me, and I have videos of me going around with the little cameras when I was like 5 years old. And then, I mean, I just lived my normal life through high school, and then as soon as I got out of high school in 2012, I bought my first camera, and then I don't know why it came to an idea that I wanted to record a homeless video with my dad. that video is still out there on YouTube, I think.
A homeless video.
Yeah, like
Wow.
supposedly like this was a production in 2012, so it was like if you look at it now, it's not, obviously there's better cameras now, better equipment, but it wasn't bad for what.
So you did it with what you had.
Yeah,
pretty
so it was
much.
literally one camera and that's it. And
So what was the video about?
it was my little brother, which is now 18. He was about he was 7, 8. He was giving out cobijas to the homeless people. It was like a
Okay.
storyline.
Oh, okay.
That was
okay.
pretty much my first ever story. Like I was like, let me see if it works. And then after that, I went to a quinceañera. I remember going to a quinceañera, a wedding, and then I met this guy named Cesar. Cesar is like the boss, not the boss, the manager for Tucanes. And we were just recording there. He's like, do you work? I was like, do you want to go work with us? And that's how everything started. So after that, I hadn't met her yet. I was working, just doing tours, local places here, everywhere. And then that's when I got in my accident, and then everything just changed. Everything just shifted. I couldn't hold the gimbal. My biggest passion in my life is to hold a gimbal. Like, if I can hold a gimbal and I can do movements, that's just like my passion. When I was doing Sweet 16s, Sweet 15s, people would look at me weird because you gotta think about it. It was in 2014, 2015 when there was no gimbals. It was just like it was brand new. So when I was over there doing my little moves, twisting my my legs, everybody would look at me weird. But once the product would come, that's when I was like, okay, well, people like what I do.
Right.
And then it just got to a point where the passion grew is when me and her got married. We hired, I'm gonna say, my friend, and he hired somebody because he couldn't show up last minute. So the person that they hired, long story short, the footage disappeared. He corrupted the hard drive. So we didn't have no photographer, nothing. It was just a videographer, and the footage was gone. So ever since then, I was like, me and her made a commitment that we were never gonna do that for anybody. Like, I don't care if I have 3 cameras running and 2 go bad. I'm gonna have something that's good for you, for your special day. So that's where the passion started growing. It's just seeing situations that would happen to me and her, and
So do you guys so you guys have nothing about your wedding? Oh my God!
nothing.
We gotta throw another wedding for you guys.
Yeah,
then.
yeah.
We actually got a message from God that
I should have handed you my mic.
we got a message from God this year. A lady showed up to our house for a meeting, and she was like just preaching about God, and she's like, you guys need to get married this year by church. You guys need to get closer to God. So everything. So like, me and him were like, okay, well, this is the year. Like, even si no es una fiesta grande, like, we still need to like do our commitment through God. So yeah, that's basically what happened. Yeah, we have nothing from our wedding. I think I have one iPhone picture, a blurry iPhone picture.
Wow, that's sad.
Yeah, and it was very dismissive. Like the way it happened, I was like, oh, it happened. Sorry. Like,
Oh, damn.
so like we took. I always tell him like I never want my brides, my customers, my clients never to ever go through that because it's a really shitty feeling. When you
Oh
have
my
nothing.
God.
I'm sure, because it's like you're going through the whole process on planning everything.
Not
and
only
then
that, the expense of the
yeah.
wedding alone,
Yeah.
it's huge.
Yeah,
And not to have anything, it's just crazy.
yeah.
Sorry that happened to you guys, but that made you who you guys are now. And that, I mean, de algo malo salió algo bueno, ¿no? Y yo siempre lo veo de esa manera. De algo malo siempre sale algo bueno. Sometimes we want to see things right away, but God works in mysterious ways.
Yeah.
God's timing is perfect. And I feel that, it's all in the right time. So, qué bueno que realmente sean como son to do that. O sea, no qué bueno que les haya pasado eso, pero qué bueno que son como son gracias a eso, ¿verdad? And so then that's where your passion came from.
Yeah.
Nice. That's awesome.
Oh, I'll just cut it right there. One of the reasons how I know, Cesar, that I'm full in this, when I freshly got injured in 2020, 2021, 2020, I had a lady that I was supposed to go film her wedding on March. So
Man.
I had just, freshly out of the hospital, and they were panicking. They were literally calling us like, hey, what's gonna happen, like what's gonna do. And I just told him, don't worry, we'll show up, we'll figure it out, don't worry about it. And that's when we realized that we were special, because it doesn't matter what circumstance around us. If it's your special day, we'll be there and we'll show up. Even though we were like, it was a tough situation because we were just adjusting. It was a new life. We showed up, and even with new people that we had to hire so we can cover the full wedding, we made it happen. And it gives me just the good feeling seeing that I was able to provide something with her, and we were limited with mobility, we're limited with everything, and we just made it happen. That's when I learned I had passion for it. That's when I learned that this is more than just a career. Yeah.
No, I mean, and I applaud you because, I mean, you know, not that I don't see you, like, or we don't see you, but to us it's like you work like you were walking. Like it's like the way you are, just the passion that you have. I mean, the commitment. I mean, it's insane. Like, to be honest, it's to me, como les vuelvo a repetir, I'm really appreciative of you guys, and I give you props for. I know, like, behind closed doors, there's a lot of dark moments because we've all gone through dark moments, right? Even myself. But, you know, there's always light at the end of the tunnel, como dicen, no? And I mean, as long as you have faith, and as long as, you know, you love God, and as long as you know what your purpose in life is, I mean, that's the only thing that matters. And I think that's what's gonna go ahead and keep you going, where it's gonna be like, o sea, te vas a dar cuenta que realmente en la situación en la que estás ahorita no es un impedimento para que sigas conquistando el mundo. And you can conquer so much just by who you are, your persona. I mean, yes, we joke around, everybody jokes around, no, but at the end of the day, we're all professionals, right? Yeah. And among all the jokes, among everything, you know, we try to make it fun because we're here more than our household. You know, estamos más aquí que nuestras propias casas, no? So we gotta make it fun, you know? And it's part of it, but at the end of the day, your professionalism, both of you guys' professionalism, I mean, it's there, and it's key. Entonces, I mean, you have an amazing partner where you can, I just hear and I'm like, man, she's such a, I'm like, guys, you don't know this, but Natalie went and shot a video last night, and these guys asked for aguachiles. 3 a.m. in the morning, she was making it for them, so she's such a trooper.
These guys.
Such a trooper. And she's still here. We're still doing this podcast. I mean, that just goes and tells you how passionate they are at what they do. And I'm just very thankful for you guys. And
yeah,
you know,
dude.
that's
I didn't sleep last night. They were like, are we missing something? Microphone?
There you go. So this is the DEOR team. I'm really proud to have each and every one of them, and you know, obviously we're missing the one, which is my wife Reina. She's actually in the office, but my God, I mean, it's just, I don't know what would I do with her help and without her. I mean, she's just amazing, and she makes everything possible. So it's just I can't close this podcast without thanking her and letting her know how much she means to me, and how her believing in my dreams and me believing in her dreams is just insane. So thank you, Mama. But this is the DEOR team. Feel free to, when you guys see us, ask us. Even if you guys gonna ask us personal questions, we're always gonna go. Me, I don't know, but no, I'm just. Pero igual, pregúntenos los que quieran saber, and you know, we're always here to answer any questions. Camilo, another person that I really appreciate, and everything that he does for DEOR. I mean, it's just insane. So thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. And I can't wait to just see what this chapter has for us and how big DEOR is gonna grow. So thank you guys.
No, thank you.
Thank you, sir.